This video is going to take you through how to use Excel to find R. And so we have these steps, and you're going to want to save this because you're going to use this for your IA as well, just have more values. So the first thing we need to do is calculate the mean for each of the lists, and the mean is also known as the average. So to do any formulas in Excel, you type an equals sign, and then you can type in average and highlight the whole column, or type in if you see it's C4 to C9, each name of those rows. The nice thing about Excel is when you do that, you can drag it over. It'll do the same thing right here. Okay, so the next column is to take the X value minus the mean of the X's. So there's a special way we're going to do this. We want it to be a formula so we don't have to keep retyping it. So the X value is C4, and then the mean is in C10. But I'm going to do $10 because I don't want it to change what I'm subtracting. So if you put the $sign in there, it keeps C10 in there and doesn't change it to another formula there. So you can do that, or you could just type in minus 4.333 and drag that down. But you notice how I drug the corner of the formula down. So then for Y, we're going to take we're going to equals the Y value minus, and I need to do this one is in D10. Again, you could just type in 7.833 there, but to know more about Excel, I think it's kind of a nice thing to have. So I drag it down, so it does all of those calculations for me. Next column is to multiply the two columns together. So this one times this one. And again, I can grab that corner, drag. The next one would be to square this column. So raise it to the second power, drag it, and then square this column. Yeah. Mess that up. Sometimes you gotta be careful where you click. Okay, so I want to square this column, hit equals this column squared. Okay, back on track. All right, drag it down. So now I have the values that I need, and so I'm gonna look at my formula, and this means summation. So I need to get a sum of some of these columns. So I need to take a sum of this column. So there is a feature in Excel that allows you to add everything up in a column. Again, you highlight it, drag it down, and I need the sum of each of the squares. I could just drag it across. Oops. Try to do it too fast, you get. So the other way you can get this formula is to drag it this way. So now it's just a matter of plugging them into this formula. So I'm going to call this R, and R equals this sum divided by, now you have to make sure order of operations are right. So I'm going to put in parentheses for the denominator. And I'm going to take the square root of this times this. So I'm multiplying those two together, close my parentheses, and that's my R value. Another thing you can do to check is there's actually R value built in. It's called Pearson. And to find correlation, you just highlight separately both arrays, and you get the same value. So we need to show this work on an IA. So this gives you how you show the work, but you can always check your work using that Pearson or going to the data analysis tab.